Hello and welcome to the
WFYM.
public episode of WFYM, episode 48.
What are we going to title this one?
Usually I
Shit
find
my
something...
dad ate.
Shit my dad ate. Shits my dad took.
Shit's my dad. That's a good man. That's a Twitter account we need. Shit's my dad
The
took.
problem is I would have to star it out or put an ampersand or whatever. It's the same problem William Shatner had
Man.
when
Yeah,
they debuted
well,
that
I mean, we
TV
can-
show. I think we should watch that show, actually.
Ooh.
I think did we talk about it? Yeah, but we absolutely should watch that show and like do a video for it or
It's such a fascinating time on the internet to me still.
Because-
Like, I think we've talked about it before, but that account sucks dick. It fucking sucks. Like, even compared to, like, lame shit that was funny and, compared to, like, Rob Delaney tweets from 2012.
Mm-hmm. Which were fine in 2012. Like, obviously, it doesn't always hold up well,
It makes
but
that
who
look
cares?
like the funniest shit of all time. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I like him, but yeah. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's 2012 humor. If we, like, go to any tweets from, like, 2012 and you're like, okay.
Yeah, my shit's
That's
lame,
not great.
too.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's
yeah,
awful.
dog kick
Yeah.
flipping over the Skrillex or whatever.
I'll look.
Yeah, but
even
shit my
compared to
dad
that
said
shit,
is-
even back
yeah.
then, it didn't read as anything. It's just the dad saying, like, you know, sometimes in life you get fucked, but sometimes you get shit. And it's like, one, your dad didn't say that. You made it up. Two,
Mm-hmm.
it's not even funny. It doesn't even mean anything. It's just, he's a grumpy man that swears.
And doesn't like
That's
you,
funny. That
clearly.
was like, if you were like a CNN anchor or a journalist in 2010, that made you die laughing. You had an aneurysm at how funny that guy's dad was. How he was like, "Hey son, you look like shit. Go fuck yourself."
Well, I like that. So the account was popular at the time, at least a little bit, like decent enough. We went back and looked at some of the numbers of like the retweets, and it seems low, but who knows, right? But it's clearly
Back then,
hit.
like,
Yeah, like it was. You didn't get too many, so
it's like
but it
the
hit with
Eno
somebody.
quote about the Velvet Underground. Like, only 10 people bought the album, but they all started their own band. It was like only 80 people retweeted shit my dad says, but they were all network executives.
Exactly. So the show somehow is like even 100 times worse, if not like 1,000 times worse than that Twitter account. Like whatever thin premise that Twitter account have, they wrote just a dog shit show that everybody hated. Even if everybody was just like, oh yeah, that account's kind of funny or whatever. Oh, his dad's crazy. Then you watch the first episode of the show and it's just complete dog shit.
Yeah, well, it had
None of
no
it made-
cultural
it's
impact,
just-
right?
No,
No,
absolutely
it's like
no.
maybe one and
It
a
had
half
a
seasons.
season. Yeah, I think it had a season and got canceled. Or like they did that thing where like they like canceled it like midway through, but they let them like finish airing or whatever, knowing that like, all right, it's not coming back.
The problem is without Twitter, which is what made it interesting to anyone at the time, just the gimmick of Twitter, you just have like Red Foreman or Archie Bunker,
Yeah,
but with shittier writing and a shittier premise. It's been like every single joke that an old curmudgeonly dad could say, like bitching about shit going on in the house, that's been written. Like better shit is written for that Tim Allen show
Mhm.
where he's
Absolutely.
Republican. It's just
yeah. Home Improvement or whatever it was.
the easiest sitcom premise.
Yeah,
And
it's just
that's all they
mad,
had.
like Mad Dad, and they tried to make a show around it, but also like I don't know, like all the other characters are so they don't give a shit about them. They don't flesh it out. It's like it's not the '70s show where the dad is like, oh, everybody loves the Mad Dad, but he's also not the main character. So you don't need to find a story about him every single time. Because no one's going to give a shit about the Mad Dad for 7 seasons. Who cares? Wow, Dad doesn't like something. No big, oh well, what a surprise.
So you're talking about how like every tweet from 2012 or whatever is bad, like even your own. And so I decided to do a quick search for my tweets from 2012. And the first thing that comes up is when me, Alex, and Stefan from Block Party were on a Pua forum trying to troll them. Well, successfully trolling them. And Alex's account is called Turd Warlock. And it is the picture of his monkey, but he's drawn on a goatee and a fedora in MS Paint. And
I completely forgot about this. When was this? 2011? 2012?
2012, December 3rd.
That was my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Alex.
That was my 20th birthday.
So we are...
One year
years
at
ago.
college.
The forum is still up and so are the posts. So this person called Bill Cabies Says, I work at an ice cream store in the mall. Many attractive girls hang out at the mall. Some even come buy ice cream at the store I work at. We only have one employee during weekdays and a few customers. But to the question at hand, is it possible to hit on girls who come by to buy ice cream? Would it be some subtle lines that would have less chance of getting me fired? I'm not really looking to slay mass amounts of hot babes through my ice cream shop, but being able to pull some numbers, get into some relations, I feel would really improve my quality of life. What do y'all think? Thanks. And Turd Warlock, Alex, says, as you're handing her the cone, don't let go for a few seconds and whisper, you know what goes good with ice cream? Peaches. And then pull back on the cone and let it go, and the inertia will make the ice cream go on her shirt. This way she has to take her shirt off. It's scientifically proven to work.
Man.
I kind of
fucking moron at the ice cream shop. Like,
how could I hit on girls?
Like, if you can't do that just through intuition, you're not going to be able to do it. No, like, that's a very tricky business, is like, yeah, like trying to meet a girl when you're at work or she's at work, or like, you have to be really like,
how could I bother this girl?
Oh my God.
In like a way that she'll like me.
Like, if you don't automatically know how to do it, if you're not that good, do not do it.
Well, there's some sincere advice here from Pua Ninja, who has just under 3,000 posts on this forum. Says you can make it seem like you're doing them a favor and hook them up with something for free. Normally we charge for sprinkles, but since you're cute, I'll throw it on there for free. Be really sociable and friendly. Try to get some names. Then be like, Sarah, I'm working tomorrow. You should come here and see me again. Try to establish some sort of one-on-one connection. Use her name and see if you can get to know her over a period of time. You can always lie and tell them some dramatic story to captivate them. Did you guys see that guy running through the mall? No, I guess he was shoplifting and security tackled him and arrested him in front of the Hot Topic. It's the same bit as fight outside the bar used during Night Game.
What? Night Game.
God. So when's the last time you guys got ice cream? Like from like an ice cream place, like Scoop like that?
Saturday.
Many years ago. It gives me diarrhea. I don't like it.
Yeah. So how long did it take for them to scoop your ice cream, you pay, and walk away?
Yeah, like 2 minutes, maybe.
Depends on the place.
Yeah, a minute, right?
Yeah.
A minute. So you are supposed to, one, establish what her name is within 2 minutes. You are supposed to like try to find something to relate to her. You're trying to do all this stuff within the span of like, yeah, can I have the vanilla? Okay, thanks. That's it.
In the second you ask a prying question, she's on to you. She knows
and
what's
she's gonna
happening.
Just the ice cream. No,
she's expediting things. She's
like,
trying to do it faster. Like, okay, here you go, sir. Thank you.
So you do get her name. Say you do get her name. You go, oh, Sarah. Hi. Oh, what a lovely name. You should come back tomorrow. I'm working. And she's like, oh, I'll be sure to never come back here. Okay, great. Thank you. But I think it's great. I think you should be hitting on more women at their work or when you're at work.
Yeah, because then they can't
it's
escape.
Worked out really well for Mikey Miles.
It works out well for
him hitting on
everybody.
customers and him hitting on employees and him hitting on like people who work next door to him. It's only got him a couple legal cases. He's only been fired like 3 times for it. So I don't know. Maybe it'll work.
I do miss this though, where like it's Puas and not just the incel guys who are posting like, oh, I work at an ice cream place and none of these bitches are paying attention to me. They all hate me. Oh God, I can't stand them at all.
Yeah, the Pua guys had more hope.
Yeah.
Like they thought they could actually do it, but most of those guys turned into the black-pilled doomer guys who were just like, fuck, I'm never going to get pussy because it's not in the fucking Bronze Age. Where 3,000 years ago, I would have been the most respected warrior and I would have had a harem of 8 wives and that had never washed their pussies once in their life. And also, it would have been fucking sick, man.
The guy working at the ice cream store, usually it's like a young person, like a kid. So you're 18 and like working at the ice cream store and just being like, I'm never fucking. I'm never
getting
fucking,
your ass kicked by some woman's husband because you give your phone number to like a 39-year-old woman at the ice cream shop. You little shit.
You're handing it to her and say, hey, nice nails. Are they fake? Your hair looks like shit.
Nice tits. Are they fake?
Nice tits. They look better on my floor.
Yeah, you get on your lay on your belly on the floor.
I kind of I miss the swag of Pua guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
the
sure.
big hats and
I don't
stuff.
like what they've changed into.
I'm sure it's worse. Like it was worse, at least initially, like in public, with trying to get interactions from those guys. But I also think that the like black pilled guys are worse to deal with in general. So
I mean,
Yeah.
probably equally dangerous in just different ways, right?
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
approaching random women, but they are bottling it up, and then
yeah, they're
you have
bottling
an
it up
Elliot
in something
Rodger
bad
style situation.
Exactly. I think they're more dangerous in the end, whereas the Pua guys are, up front a little bit more dangerous to a woman's feeling safe. But, in the end, they're trying to trick you with something they read in a book.
Yeah, you got to just be normal. Just
It's
act
so
normal,
easy.
even if you're
It's
weird or you
so
have
easy.
autism or whatever. Just be normal.
Be normal
That's
and
really-
nice, and like don't think you like deserve to have sex because you're nice. Just be a normal person.
Like I'm so
there's a-
small and I'm so weird, and I managed to get pussy.
Yeah.
So just be normal.
Mm-hmm. But still listen to this podcast, please.
Well, this podcast
there's one
is
more-
normal.
Normal in the
That's
sense
right.
that you can feign being socially normal when needed,
Yeah.
but the rest of the time you're like watching StreamYards. You have 8 different StreamYards open while
Well,
playing
here's the thing.
Fortnite.
Brush your teeth, shower, like don't stink. That's normal. That's what being normal is. Just being somewhat presentable.
Yeah, try to minimize the number of pockets on your shorts.
Yep.
That's a big
if you
one.
start exercising, that's good. There's one more
Wallet not
thread
on a
from-
chain. Get rid of the chain.
from when we were trolling. And this one is by a guy in the Netherlands. This doesn't have great English. For once, their opinion. Met a girl online. She lives a mile away. Exchanged numbers. Blah blah blah. Went on a date. There's a real spark. Connected deeply. Had the same humor. I had some light kino going, which means he touched her and got a little kiss on the lips. So when I dropped her off at her house, fun times. Yeah, here's the thing. Her dad died 2 months ago. She's obviously busy in her head with that. When I text her, there's not always a response, or sometimes a weird one. We would have a second date tonight, but she canceled with legit reasons. Don't know how to proceed from here. The first guy responds, I'm guessing the main reason no one's responded is the obvious one-itis you've gotten. Seriously, you should sleep with 10 random girls in the next month, and you'll see if you still feel the same. That's great advice to a guy who can't get laid.
Yeah. I
You know
mean,
what's
I
fucked?
guess in like a vague sense, that's true that like those guys should just like try to have sex with anybody, like consensually. Just like go on a dating app and find like the least attractive person and just go have sex with them and like
Well, I
see if
find-
that helps.
Yeah, I find some of those guys fixate too much on like one woman and like think they're like, I love this woman. Like this is the woman for
Yeah,
me.
Mikey
And it's
Miles
like-
syndrome.
And it's like, all right, like she doesn't want to date you, so move on. But it's also great to have this like seemingly successful first date. And like, maybe she's not texting you as frequently, but you go on your loser forum with your other loser forum friends to talk about, hey, did this go well? What do you losers think? what should I do?
Do you
What
want
should
to
be
know what
next
Alex's
step?
advice was?
Oh, absolutely.
What I would do in that situation is try some kino, try getting into a deep convo about her grieving process, and then start giving her a scalp massage with one of those doohickeys from Sharper Images. This is scientifically proven to work. Someone replies and says, this is the stupidest thing I've ever read. And Alex is like, hey, save the negs for the female, bub. This is neither the time nor place.
Man, 10 years ago. God. That is very funny to think about. Like, have you ever seen those videos? I guess it's on TikTok now, where they come up behind someone and use the claw thing.
Yeah.
And it's,
Start, like,
if you're not
massaging their head.
expecting it, it's so weird. Like, it's such a weird thing to feel.
You get tingles down your
unexpectedly.
spine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
like,
when it
you're
happens,
like,
even when you know
"Oh."
what's happening, you're just like, just doing that, gogging her, and then throwing that on top of her
Like,
scalp.
yeah, the idea of
Yeah, there,
trying
there.
to
It'll be all
trying to
right.
help someone who's grieving by just doing that to them suddenly, and they just like tense up and make a face.
Say what you will, this is the dumbest advice I've ever seen on this forum. To neg a girl who's mourning and tease her about her dad who passed away 2 months ago? Thanks, Turd Warlock. You've really enlightened me on Pua with your amazing insight. I'd love to hear your theory behind how this pickup technique will work with OP's advantage.
I think what you should do is come up to her and say, "What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he alive like me?" And see if that works on her.
Do you have a daddy? He died? Great. I can be your new one.
I think everyone on those forums needs to get neutered immediately.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Like,
they
it's
don't
just-
deserve.
No one talks about that. Like, there are all these young men who are not having sex and they're lonely, and it's like, okay, well, what if we just neuter them?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do they have to have sex? That's not my problem.
No, they don't. You don't deserve to have sex. You don't just. That's not a God-given right. You have to earn it. You have to find someone who wants to have sex with you.
You
And
have to
do
not
it.
smell bad.
Yeah, you can't smell bad. Shower, wash your ass, wipe, do something. Brush your
Gotta
teeth.
have a clean hole.
Gotta have a clean hole. You can't be walking around just dookie leaking out. That's what I've been suffering.
Speaking of dookie leaking out, Twitch released a statement today about subscription revenue shares.
All day.
Yeah, so Twitch is making some changes to how they pay their creators. There's much hubbub about it.
I haven't read this yet, but I'm gonna go ahead
Okay.
and guess this is good news for us, right? And for everybody. Right?
Well, it's no.
Oh.
I don't think it affects us exactly. The long and the short of it is, while this has never been publicly stated, subscriptions are a 50-50 revenue share on Twitch, except for some partners that have received better deals, where they get 70-30 or 60-40 splits. This article is referring to the 70-30s. So if you were affected, you would have got an email saying, "Hey, we're going to be dropping your revenue split down soon." And how it's going to work is now, instead of receiving 70% of your subscriptions, you'll only receive that for the first $100,000 you earn per year.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes down to 50-50 after that. And also, they're not going to be handing out any more 70-30s, except in very rare cases, like negotiating with a very top creator to, like, say, not go to YouTube or whatever.
So this sounds like progressive taxation on the highest earners.
Yes. Yeah.
It
it's
only
actually
kicks in after
leftist of them.
$100,000.
Yep.
So
that's
thank
true.
you, Amazon and
Fuck
Twitch
those
for
people.
subscribing.
Fuck you, Hassan.
It is great because you are going to see like reactions like that. It's like, well, good. They don't deserve to make that much money off of Twitch. And it's like, well, it's just Amazon stealing that money.
It should be like 90-10 for everybody.
Well, and it's oh yeah, and like that's what I think 90-10 is what OnlyFans is. But on
Those
Patreon,
fucking
it's like
bitches being like one of the guys who gets mad at the gambling shit, and they're like, but there are all these nasty, slutty
women.
bitches on there in
There's all these
bikinis, and they're
women.
being nasty.
And
Getting
they're
all
making
pissed off.
money. And they're having
it's an
sex,
either
and
or
I'm not
thing.
there.
It's a zero-sum game, even though it's a completely different market, and I'm not also selling tits. I
I'm not.
fucking hate those bitches.
I'm
they
pretty
took off
sure what YouTube does is 70-30 on YouTube for memberships. I think Facebook, they had a thing where you could get 100% of it for a while, but no one streams on Facebook anymore. 50-50
That's not true.
is
A
just
lot of people stream on Facebook. Just nobody's watching.
50-50 is just incredibly fucking low. And it also they talk about why they're doing it in this letter. The funniest line is when we first established a 50-50 revenue share split, it was to signal that we're in this together. You all do the amazing work you do to create great content, engage with your audience, and grow communities. On our side of the partnership, it's our responsibility to make continuous investments in the products and people that make your growth possible. And so they go on to talk about how, like, they use that 50% from subscriptions to do things like Prime subs, community gifted subs, hype trains, the ad incentive program where you now get up to 55% of the ads that are there. And like over the last, 4 years, this has seen an increase in streamer revenue of 27%, blah, blah, blah. But part of their justification is like Prime subs, that for the average streamer adds 15%. And then also the crazy one is that they're using Amazon Web Services interactive video service, which is essentially Twitch video, to stream live video. A streamer who streams 200 hours per month are more than $1,000 per month in like hosting costs. I read afterwards that that's like what Amazon charges everybody.
Yeah.
So if that's actually true, Twitch, who's owned by Amazon, is
Yes.
not getting a sweetheart deal. And I saw fucking Devin Nash on Twitter saying that this is like the same thing as like if you're working at a smoothie restaurant and they increased their prices by 30%. So it's like $8 a smoothie instead of $6.50 or whatever, because the cost of the smoothie was like $6.50 to make. But that obviously isn't the case because like you fucking buy ingredients in bulk and sell it at a markup.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Twitch is punishing streamers, and like it is the top 1%, so it doesn't affect, well, most people that are streaming. But the fact that like they can't figure out advertising in order to fucking mitigate these costs and have a more like industry standard revenue split is crazy to me. And it also makes me think that Twitch might not be long for this world.
Well, they have support. I mean, they're owned by Amazon. Like they don't need to be spending so much money. They don't need to be doing so much stuff. In my opinion, like it's wild that like
all these companies are fake. They're all losing money. Uber and Spotify and all these companies, they're just going through investor money, and it's all fake numbers. They can move around whatever piece on the board they want.
So everything they've released is
Amazon
a lie,
could
basically.
They could easily give a better deal on the server usage to Twitch.
Twitch is doing this because Amazon isn't working to give them more money for everything.
Yeah, I think Amazon doesn't give a shit.
They're not enough of a monopoly. They should be better at it.
I think the reason why Amazon bought Twitch in the first place was to get their good live streaming video platform on the back end, which they've already done, and that's what they're selling as like AWS, IVS, or whatever. So they've basically got what they wanted. Twitch is just like it's a nice prestige thing to have. It's like why fucking Microsoft had Mixer or whatever. It's not making the money. It's not going to make the money. But I think if it becomes a big hassle for them or is actively losing them too much money, someone will look at it like, why are we even fucking doing this? Just get rid of it. Who cares?
But I don't even.
It's the same reason that I'm always nervous about media companies unionizing when they're like very tenuously profitable and funded by venture capitalists. It's like if they get mad at you for any reason, they can just turn off the money. Like you're not making a profit for them. You're just a vanity project that's like sort of tangential.
Which would suck because like Twitch has great community and like I like our community there. But I'm very happy like for us that we are diversified, like that we're recording this podcast right now. So there are other ways for us to create
Patreon.
Even if like it were to go
FYM. Patreon.com/ChapelFYM.
Yeah, that's a better split.
We could probably just move to YouTube.
Easy
case scenario, right?
There might have to be a slight content pivot. Like I don't know how much of because I know like Ludwig, for example, when he moved to YouTube, he can't do reaction content like he did on Twitch because of like their like copyright rules and shit.
Yeah, I mean there's
you have to be a lot more careful because
exactly. For sure, because they're more careful.
If you upload it in video form, you can get the copyright claim easily. And it'll show you what percentage of the video is claimed and what it's claimed by and like what it would do to monetization. But if you're streaming on YouTube, that would just happen, and it would be like the video might be like locked in half the countries.
It's a shame Mike had to have some dental work done today because he would know better than I did. But I'm pretty sure on like Ludwig's first or second big YouTube stream, it just went dark because there was like a live copyright infraction. Because you can't stream any copyrighted stuff live on YouTube. Like if it's on the VOD, that's fine because they can split up the revenue or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously not happening yet. But
no, and it's not. I mean, we're not going to get affected by this. But at the same time, like to your point, like where does Twitch go? What does Twitch do? They're making an actively worse product for the users and the people consuming it. Like it's crazy because the ads. So they're pushing all these ad revenues. And again, everybody talks about like the 1% of Twitch users, and that is the people who make all the money. Is just like these 1% of people who are raking in money, and that this affects. But then also, okay, so ad increases, so they get 55%. Well, who's making money off of ads? The same 1%. Some guy streaming to 12 people is not running ads, because if he does, people leave, and he's also doesn't have enough people in his chat to actually make any real money. So like all the ad revenue stuff they're doing, again, only benefits a very small minority of people on this platform, but it de-incentivizes people from clicking on a new stream, because then you're going to get an ad, and they're like, well, I don't fucking want to sit through 3 30-second ads. This sucks. Like
it is true. Sometimes
and the streamer
I'll rate
doesn't
somebody.
even want to have those. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll rate somebody, and then I'll go over to their stream to like see their reaction after I'm done, and it's like 30 seconds of an ad, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta go pee.
Yeah. Like this sucks. Like I've cut back on some Twitch subs just to like reduce my monthly spending, and so like when I click on someone's stream, I can't watch them immediately. It's really annoying, and it's just a forced thing.
They do ads in a more annoying way than on YouTube, because I watch like quite a bit of YouTube, and it's fine. Like 10 minutes into a video, just hitting skip ad after 5 seconds, or watching a 10-second ad. The way that Twitch makes people roll them at the top of the hour for a minute straight, or the unskippable, like some fucking Fortnite streamers will put ads on for 2 straight minutes because they know they can, and people will like keep watching. And
That's
more
so
than half the
funny,
time I'll just immediately click
like
off.
6-year-olds watching on an iPad. There's nothing they can do. They can't go ask their mom to get like YouTube Red or Twitch subs or whatever.
On the like YouTube Red, if YouTube made it so if you had a YouTube Red, you could get a free like Prime membership or whatever. If they did the same thing and they added custom emotes, I think it's game over.
You can use 7TV on YouTube.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah,
that
it
just
is the thing with
requires
the
more
React
buy-in
content.
from like the viewer, which is like the great thing about Twitch, right? It's more of a community, right?
Yeah, well, so they say, and so they've been saying. But it's changing in such a way that it's making it actively worse for everybody. It's wild to me that you would want to do this, and then you release this, and then you word everything, like you said, like the 50-50 is like, oh, it's because we're in this together. What do you mean we're in this together? You don't do anything. You provide a hosting service. That's it. Fuck. What are you talking about? It's so weird.
Our Twitch rep sends us death threats all the time.
Yeah.
I wish.
It's really fucked up.
We don't even, like, I don't know, like, we're not even, I was honestly going to message them and be like, hey, so like, how about all this stuff? And then all the stuff that we're not getting, like bounties since the end of last year. Why aren't we getting any of that stuff?
That's because we're too dangerous for, something must have happened where we got blacklisted, because
it must have been one of the times where one of us said the game sucks. And like, I think we're all guilty of it, because a lot of the time those games do suck.
When we're watching a video and everyone stands up to pee except for whoever's hosting, we're just saying, this is good. I think this is good. You should watch this.
When they take those away, when they take those away, I think they take away your whole bounty. If I recall correctly, like don't even give you the option of it, but instead they're just like hiding it from us. And I get it. Like I'm sure we are whatever. Like oh well, we don't really want to deal with those guys, but I mean shit. Like we don't get any message. Which is the last time we talked to anybody?
I think it's probably Matt Chrisman's fault. I think Matt Chrisman got on there and he was
running ads.
Yeah, he was running ads like once every 30 seconds. It was crazy. Getting all those are the people that are like less likely to have a Twitch sub or any money than like a 4-year-old. The boomers that come in to watch the Matt streams. If you run an ad, they are going to watch it. They
are 100% going to watch it.
They don't know how to get rid of it.
It would be really funny to like when Matt's streaming to just run an ad from your end.
Yeah, they come back and he like clearly just got done like shouting something.
Huh? What?
Yeah, I don't know why
He's
all
like
these
slightly
ads
out of
keep
breath.
running.
And what did he say?
I mean, we'd make a killing. We'd make a killing. But we don't.
Awesome.
We don't run ads. We don't do any of
podcast.
that, man. We don't do any of that shit. And, so we're not benefiting from the slight changes here.
All right, so now for a word from our sponsors.
How much do we have to get like Diet Kush or whatever? Like
I
the
think a lot of
Cumtown
it's just
sponsors.
like you have to reach out to them, I think. I don't know. Maybe we need
there's
a
a
media
few.
kit.
Yeah.
I want to sell
actually-
K2 Spice.
To Vince.
Yeah. I want to sell him Moonbuzz.
Moonbuds.
Is it Moonbuds?
It's either Moon Buzz or Moon Buds, but I just keep saying Moon Bubs.
Yeah, Buds. Yeah, Moonbuzz
It could-
is how I heard it the
Moonbuzz.
first time.
Moon,
He just-
I'm smoking his Moon Balls.
God, we got to get him
Gotta
the
get him
number
out.
of like someone Chet knew in Ohio.
I mean, no, but he doesn't like weed. He won't smoke weed. He's talked about it. He doesn't trust weed. He thinks it's because it's illegal, it's bad, and that it's dangerous. But this gas station spice that he's getting is great.
Yeah, I mean, everything he does is like drinking that much
Yeah.
soda is dangerous.
Everything he does is like, oh, it's Goofus and Gallant. It's just, this is Goofus. This is all the
Gallant?
stuff, Gallant, whatever. It's just all the stuff you're not supposed to do. And he's just like, well, that's what I do because it's good.
It's so
cool.
weird.
Let me drink 13 sodas a day. I have to buy a 24-pack every other day.
It's like
Let
people
me,
with the vaccine. People who eat the nastiest shit. They're always drinking beer. Like people will be like heroin addicts. And they're shooting whatever in a needle up into their arm. And they're like, the vaccine, I don't trust that.
Oh,
I don't trust
no.
that.
That's bad news. That's
Man, we're not putting
good.
that stuff in my body.
Yeah.
People draw the weirdest lines.
I'm not sure what's in that.
There is a lot of stuff like we shouldn't be putting in our bodies, but
For sure. I mean, like, you shouldn't, like, ideally, you never drink soda, but soda tastes good, and so it's fine to have every once in a
no,
while.
I think soda's good. As long as it's in an aluminum can or a glass bottle.
But
the
again,
plastic-
who cares?
The plastic, I'll grant you, we should probably not be drinking out of anything plastic.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They only sell Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Dream World in bottles.
They have the
And,
mini cans.
That not in Canada.
Yeah,
They only
Kate
sell
got
these
them.
little.
Kate
What?
got them. Yeah.
What the fuck? In Alberta with this and with the what was the last one? The one that tastes like outer space.
Starlight?
Starlight.
Spice.
Yeah, we only have
Moonbubs.
these 300 milliliter bottles.
That
Which
one
is
was
less,
okay.
Less soda than it.
Yeah,
I
it was
liked
not
it a
my-
lot.
that
That would
was
be
not
in
my
my
favorite.
regular rotation.
Dream World is.
But-
Oof, it's good.
Nothing beats vanilla Coke Zero.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, we don't get that one here either. Canada's so cucked when it comes to soda flavors.
I can get it here,
We
but
have
it's
lots of
only
great
in
chips, but-
fridge packs. You can't get
Yeah.
it by bottle. So it's like, unless it's on sale, then you're paying like $9 for the fridge
Yeah,
pack.
I don't buy any of it unless it's on
Wait,
sale.
wait. What's the
And then-
fridge
but the-
pack?
The fridge pack is the
12
smaller
pack.
ones.
Oh,
the 12.
yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
Or is it
great.
12 or 16?
Well,
12.
12, yeah.
Yeah,
this
because
costs
like
how much there?
Coke is now
If
like
it's not on sale, it
$9
could be
or
like $8.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
On sale,
But-
you can get a 12 pack for maybe $5, like $4.99.
They usually-
Okay, yeah, it's
They'll usually my grocery store sometimes has like a buy two get one or buy two get two free, and so that's the only time I get soda. And so I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, well, I guess I'm getting 2 free sodas. That's fine. And then they just stay in the house for a long time.
this is the number one leftist soda price podcast.
But I mean, I'm a freak, and like I've worked in grocery stores and I've worked in retail for so long, and I know prices on like everything, and I like memorize it. I know all the places that have the cheapest prices for everything because that's where I shop. I go and I get the least expensive but best quality stuff.
Yeah. I know all the specific items that you should get at Dollar Tree versus any other store because they're
What are
marked
they?
down there. Like
List 'em.
any spices, like a bottle of like oregano.
Ah.
You get it for $1.25 instead of like it could be $2.99 at the grocery store, something like that, or paper towels, depending on the grocery store. Shampoo.
Ooh, shampoo, eh?
Depends on the shampoo, of course.
Yeah, like you probably can't get your fucking nice designer shampoos there,
Nothing fancy, but you can get like a $1.25.
like an herbal essences.
Yeah,
if you're looking for
something that
basic
would
stuff,
be
absolutely.
$2.99 at the grocery store.
Yeah, bars of soap are great. Tupperware is a good thing to get at Dollar Tree. One of the things is like even just like so go to the movies or do something, you want to buy candy, go to like Five Below or the Dollar Tree as opposed to going to a grocery store or Target or whatever.
Yeah,
Walgreens,
stuff like that is
CVS,
good.
like, yeah, it's good to, but like, you know, obviously it's not always convenient, but with grocery shopping, like so the grocery stores around here, like Harris Teeter, their produce is dog shit, just absolutely awful. Every time you go, you struggle to find something good and it goes bad within 2 days. But Aldi and Trader Joe's are legit. Whole Foods is okay, but I don't really like going to Whole Foods anyways. But like Aldi and Trader Joe's are really inexpensive, and they've seen good produce. And that's only if I can't go to the farmer's market because I don't feel like driving out that far. But like, so I go there. Like, that's where I'm going. I'm like, all right, I need produce. I need cucumbers, celery, carrots, and I'll go there. So it's nice. Like, as opposed to going to the shitty grocery store.
The farmer's market is too early.
Well, ours goes until 5.
I always
wanna
go
say.
shopping at like 8:30 p.m.
Yeah.
That's the go-to time to go, man.
I love
Well,
the empty grocery
early.
store.
On a Monday after they get produce in, woo!
When there's no one in there at all, it's great.
Yeah, but early shopping is goated as well when there's no one in there and it's just the workers
true.
that put in stuff out. So the best time is really early or just like later. And it's nice because it's just empty and like the employees don't give a fuck. And so they're all just kind of like wandering around doing their own thing, and it's great.
Now here's a question. Do you go to the regular checkout or self-checkout?
It depends on what I have. If I have alcohol, I just go to, and it's like a little bit busy, I go to the regular checkout. If I have a full cart of stuff, then I'm going to the regular checkout. But if I have produce and I put in other stuff in the produce bags, I go to the self-checkout.
Yeah, it's easy to forget stuff in the self-checkout. That's something I've
Yeah,
noticed. It's very
absolutely.
easy. I've always got something on my mind, and if I don't hear the beep when I scan something, it
Like
didn't register
my
quite
go-to move,
enough.
like-
It's easy to just not notice because I have an earbud in.
Yeah. I don't ever want to just like steal a whole bunch of stuff on purpose, but
No.
At the same
you have
time-
to have you really have to have plausible deniability that if the guy comes
Exactly.
over, you can be like, I didn't
oh shit,
know.
oh my bad. So like I'll get
You can't
I'll get
do it
some
with
nice
20 things.
when my wife will have people over and like she wants a charcuterie board, and like I'll get like some nice cheeses, and then it's like, oh, I put this red onion in this bag. Well, the cheese fell into the bag. Let me weigh up this red onion. That's all it's in there. And it's like a $10 cheese wrapped up in like prosciutto. And guess what? Somebody got it for free. Whoops.
My this guy that I played rugby with, he was from England, and he was dirt fucking poor because he wasn't here on any sort of working visa. So
Mhm.
the only like money he could make was under the table labor stuff from like other guys on the team.
He was illegal?
And yes, he was an illegal. Well, he was on just a normal vacation visa, but he wasn't allowed to work.
I guess if you're Commonwealth, it's funny to think
Yeah.
about someone being an illegal immigrant from England.
From
Go
fucking
back to where
Bristol.
you came from.
But I guess that's all of us, eh? Colonialism and all that. Anyways, he
Yup, leftist.
would never, woo!
Leftist.
He would never want to go out and eat ever. But he'd be like, "Oh, come on, bruv, come over, I'll cook for you." And he would have like fucking. It was always like salmon on wood planks and fucking steaks and shit. And I'm like, how? No wonder you don't have any fucking money. You keep buying like this really nice, like fresh salmon. And then he explained that he was doing the self-checkout trick where he would just everything that he bought, he would ring through his potatoes. So if you looked at it, it would just be like all the weight of the steak and all like just 8 different potatoes on his receipt. And then one time he got really pissed off because he bought a huge block of blue cheese that cost $115 normally. And he was like, "Mate, that was still $8 in potatoes."
Well, potatoes are pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that
so
the
you
best
can-
thing to
so-
do? Like if
It
you're
would-
going
it's-
purely by weight, like would it be better
No,
with lettuce?
No, it would just be whatever's the cheapest per pound. Like
Yeah.
they say whatever's like if it's 90 cents per pound. Like if maybe apples are on sale that week and like Fuji apples are 90 cents per pound, then you just ring it up as a Fuji apple because it's only 90 cents per pound. So it
We're
doesn't
getting
matter
into
how
apple
much.
season. I can't
Yeah,
wait
I
to
know.
get some honey crisps.
Absolutely, bought some apples from the farmer market on Sunday.
Love a good apple.
Apple crisps are good. I bought some apple crisps last week when they were on sale as well. Guys, I learned something fucking insane today from the foreman on my job. He said he used to.
Wait,
he was
4
on a job
men
site.
on your job? Which one did you learn it from?
Shut up, my boss. He said back in the day he was like working by somewhere that was close to a police station, and the cops would come down and issue tickets for people swearing on the radio channels when they're going back and forth, because it's still like, if you're on a walkie-talkie radio, it was a public transistor thing, so they could hear it. So if you're like, oh, we need the fucking dump, whatever the fuck, they would actually come over and ticket for cussing on the radio.
They would find you?
Yeah.
Or was it just such a small town that they knew everyone's voice?
Or maybe they probably went on and like, who's talking on the radio? And then someone.
Or like, I think they're pretty close to the site.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were warned, like, you never know when they're driving by, so just be careful if you're swearing on the radio.
That's so weird.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
I mean, no, it's
I've
not
never
crazy
heard of that
because cops
before.
are just dickheads.
Like, I
clearly
guess-
that's something a cop. Hey, Sonny, you can't swear. Here's a ticket, and you'll learn your lesson.
I guess to
It's like,
play
fuck
devil's
you.
advocate, people do listen to the police frequencies. They are kind of snooping on the police by listening to those. So
Yeah, but you
they
can't,
should they should be allowed to listen to all our communications too.
Yeah, they should be allowed in every phone conversation I have.
Oh, yeah, no shit. I
I got
Googled
nothing to
it.
hide.
I got nothing to hide. Look at
Um,
me. Join in this phone call with my mom.
This is in the U.S., but federal law prohibits obscene, indecent, or profane content being broadcast on the radio or TV. This may seem clear enough.
So it'd
Determine
be FCC,
blah, blah, blah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so just even the ham radio stuff would qualify.
That's nutty, man. Fuck the police.
Yup.
Yeah, I'm planting my fucking
Another leftist.
flag in the dirt.
I wonder if I've ever gotten a radio station in trouble for saying fuck on Tradio or on a call-in. I like to think I do. Like they get a letter in the mail, some talk radio station in Alaska. That one that didn't have they didn't have a delay and they didn't have caller ID either.
Oh,
because they were just way the fuck out there.
Uh-huh.
And I would call in and say, I'm trying to sell some fuck shit, cunt. And it's live on the air and there's nothing they can do about it.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know if anyone even cares. I don't know if the FCC pays
Probably
attention.
not. I don't think they would pay attention to somebody like that. And like at worst, they probably got a letter and we're just like, no more calls. All right,
Yeah.
everybody.
Or a suggestion that they should have a delay or caller ID.
And they're like,
so they don't have Skype caller and put it on live over and over
But it's
again.
it's the same as like, downloading movies or whatever. Like for the most part, they're not going to get you. They're not going to, nobody, like I know a couple people who got letters in the mail because they downloaded like a million movies and then they started with like video games and pirating all this stuff. And then they got a letter in the mail and they're like, well, I don't care about that. And I was like, all right, that's fine. But like, slow it down. Like,
I got an email once. You have to
Really?
use a VPN, yeah.
Yeah, like I've downloaded so many stuff, and I haven't in such a long time. But I've
Everything's
never
streaming
gotten
now.
anything. Yeah, everything's streaming now. So
I
it
only
just
really
didn't
download
matter.
like synthesizer plugins and stuff that Comcast doesn't really care if you torrent.
Yeah, so like it just depends on what they care about. But it was funny because like that same sort of idea is like, oh, I'm going to download like Clerks 2, and then I'm going to get a letter in the mail from Kevin Smith saying I'm being arrested. It's like, no, I probably not. Like the FCC's not probably paying attention to like the bumfuck Alaska radio station. But you never
Yeah,
know.
Clerks too, but Clerks
your
1?
taint and brown area.
You can't download Clerks 1, they'll get you.
Kevin Smith was at the Comic-Con where I got the press pass, and I thought
Of course
about,
he was.
like, yeah,
He lives
of course. Yeah. I thought about like requesting an interview and just asking him about that tweet just like over and over again.
Yeah, is he still with that woman?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, no, he's a.
They have Clerks 3
Well,
is
that's
out
nice.
now.
It's so weird
What?
to call it her brown. Like
Yeah,
you're just
it's
kind of.
gross.
It's like it's
I
negative.
liked-
why-
I liked
it's,
his
it's like a
lie.
negative thing to say. Not that there's any like shame in having like darkened skin around your anus. It's normal, but it's like you don't need to like call her out for that.
Don't need to be gross about it. But I like
Yeah.
that his excuse was like, oh, she wrote it. It's like, no, she didn't. Don't lie. Also, he was at his like biggest and like jorts and hockey jersey era at that time too. So it's really funny to think of him like fucking and like going to town on her pussy and
Her
taint.
taint and brown.
Yeah, he just
Like,
pulls
and
his
he's
belt
just
off.
like-
The jorts drop.
Just
I
this
didn't know
guy
Clerks
who's like
3
short.
was happening.
Yeah, it's out now in cinemas.
I know. I was
September
looking for a
13th,
movie to
wow.
go to a while ago, and like it popped up, and I was just like, "Oh, Clerks 3," and they had like one showing, and I was like, probably not great. I can't
50
imagine.
out of 100 on Metacritic.
Yeah,
There was a new Super Troopers movie.
that's also
was
another.
Oh,
Not
this seems
highly
way
reviewed.
too meta. Yeah, it was like the largest Kickstarter of all time when it came out, I believe.
Which is
Yeah.
really good because it's just
Yes.
guys who are remembering
Who is-
watching it in high school.
It's guys who
Go,
say
"Yes!"
meow in real
Yeah.
life at their job every day, and they still
It's a
think
guy
it's funny 20
who
years
watched
later.
it
like,
at 14 and was just like, I need to quote this every fucking day. I
good
gotta
quote
call
movie.
someone a chicken fucker. I'm gonna see, hey man, let's go through the drive-thru and call him a chicken fucker. It's like, well, it's not a scene from the movie, but hey.
oh, they filmed it in Massachusetts. That's why I heard an NPR broadcast about it. That's how I found out about Super Troopers 2. They were interviewing the guys who made it, and I was like, that was kind of weird. But yeah, I guess, yeah, it was in Massachusetts. And it takes place in Vermont.
Yeah, because the first one
Fucking-
does, I think, too.
Yeah, 35% on Rotten Tomatoes. Not
Ooh.
don't
Not
make a
right.
fucking sequel.
The plot of Clerks 3 is super meta. Randall Graves, who's like the sidekick that isn't fucking Dante, right?
The video store guy.
Yeah. Who after surviving a massive heart attack enlists his friends and fellow clerks, Dante, Elias Grover, Jay and Silent Bob, to make a movie about their lives at the Quick Stop convenience store that started it all. So they're making a movie about them in the first movie.
Hmm.
And didn't fucking Kevin Smith have like a heart attack, and that's what caused him to like clean up
Yeah,
his act or whatever?
I think so. Yeah, he
He
did.
got
He had like a
drained.
mini. He had like a mini heart attack. It was like 100 mini heart attacks, and he was just like, "Oh, yeah, I should like not. I need to fix myself." But I probably
2018.
won't watch that. I
He
definitely
had a heart attack.
I won't watch Clerks 3. I remember watching Clerks 2.
Yeah,
and
Clerks
thinking
2
to myself,
it's a little much.
it was a lot much. But I remember thinking like, there's no way Rosaria Dawson is like interested in this Dante guy. Someone, and then she started dating Cory Booker, and I was like, oh, maybe it's possible.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe.
This is
They broke
weird.
up, right?
Yeah, they broke up.
Yeah. Kevin Smith quit smoking cigarettes in 2008 after taking up smoking cannabis after working with Seth Rogen on Zack and Miri Make a Porno. So, Kevin Smith started smoking weed in 2008?
Yeah, he was a really late adopter,
That's so weird.
right?
Like, if you had to, like, list one celebrity in, like, the 90s.
Doug Benson. Doug
Yeah.
Benson.
Yeah, Doug
Yeah.
Benson was a late adopter too. It's like all these
Doug-
guys who were like the slacker stoner comedy guys. It's like, probably both of the guys in Dude Where's My Car have never smoked weed before. That's what my theory is.
I only know the Kevin Smith thing because he talked about it like a lot.
That's so weird, though,
Yeah.
because you would think, Silent Bob's whole deal, they're drug dealers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they do.
So
He never got the idea like once filming those
To
movies.
smoke it?
Like
Was
he
he
filmed
scared?
like 4 of those movies and he was like, I'm not going to smoke a joint. I'm
No,
just not
that's
going
My
to do it.
body is a temple.
I'm filming this movie
Well,
about the
'cause,
drug
like-
dealers who smoke weed, and I'm not going to try it.
it's Jason Mewes is the other guy, right? Jay?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
and
that's
like
true.
I know he struggled with addiction, but also
Yes.
like there's a big difference between weed and heroin. So like
Actually, it's the same as drinking coffee.
Yeah, they're
well,
both
it's all
as bad as
drugs.
coffee.
it's all
Yeah.
drugs. Okay, I know that. I concede that point. Some very smart leftists on TikTok have really driven that into me. But
We are educating you
I'll
about
say.
how all drugs are equally bad, and you need to pay us now because we just spent 2 minutes
Yeah.
talking about this,
This-
and you need to compensate us for educating you about drugs. This is
I
really
want to have
weird.
work-life balance.
I just think, in my opinion,
So
weed is a lot better for you than heroin. maybe that's not the most leftist opinion and I could have the most
So
socialist.
the reason Kevin Smith got the weight loss surgery was because he saw Penn Jillette do it, and
But he had
that's
a certain-
yeah, he
Hey, he lost a bunch of weight. Remember, his net looks like a turkey, and you can fuck it.
yeah, they both
Yes.
look deflated. They look awful, but it's so
Yeah.
weird because Jay and Silent Bob and Penn and Teller have the same kind of bit.
You're right.
So it's
Yeah.
like
They do.
Is that
Penn
how
and
they
Teller
like
stole
knew
it
each
from
other?
them.
They were at a convention for guys where one of the guys is silent and the other one talks.
And the other one's massively fat.
There's like a club for those guys.
Comedy
Yeah,
duos.
one of them's
with
really
one
fat. One of them
silent.
has to be fat, but also get weight loss surgery.
So Penn lost all that weight, but they inserted it into Teller, so he was the fat one.
Yeah. Penn Jillette has a patent on a woman's jacuzzi attachment that gives women orgasms.
Well, it's the fountain of orgasms. Well, so does Dan Quinn. So there's not. Why are we shaming? We
I'm
can't
not
shame
shaming him.
Penn
I think it's
Jillette.
cool that he has a patent.
Is
I
that
used to
through
train a
his
guy
company,
that
Gillette?
would.
Yeah, that's not that company.
Oh,
This isn't even like that interesting, but this guy I used to train would fucking email. I forget if it was Penn or Teller, but he'd email one of them just because he's just like, he was an older dude that if he wanted to like ask something of somebody, he would like try and reach out and find him. And yeah, fucking, I think it was Penn Jillette would like respond to his emails and became email buddies.
that rocks. That's actually kind of nice, but it's also very funny. I was thinking like he would email them to like suggest tricks to do. Be like, oh, yo, make a card disappear.
Dude, you should
Yo,
saw him
Penn.
in half.
Penn saw him in half. Stick him with needles. Like, all
You
right,
should
bud,
make his
sure.
cum disappear by swallowing it.
Go, where does cum go?
You guys should have
Oh,
sex with
shit.
each other.
And then make his cum disappear.
Is there any Penn and Teller porn?
He finished in my ass, but it's in my mouth now. How'd that happen?
Penn
No,
and
I don't believe
Teller
that. That was from
Rule
before. You've had that
34.
load in your
That
mouth
was-
the whole time.
You've had that. He didn't speak. There was that 20 minutes where the guy doesn't speak, so he can hide anything in his mouth.
But they're skeptic magicians, so at the end they explain how they did it.
Yeah. Turns out he
Oh
had
my
another
God.
load in his mouth.
I had it in my mouth the whole time.
There is an extensive Penn and Teller section on the Rule 34 website.
Oh, no. That's not good.
Is it like-
extensive?
Hentai style?
There's some, okay, yeah.
No, it's actually them fucking.
Or are they like deep
It's all
fake
creep
nudes?
It's
No,
the
no, no,
Fappening,
it's-
the Fappening 3 was
It's-
Penn and Teller's
It's,
photo leaks.
so it's mainly them in their costumes, like spanking women.
Oh.
There's one where it looks like,
Like real
both of them
pictures?
No. Okay, well here's one. So there's how do I describe this to you? Oh, it has the caption, "I'm in your green room showing my appreciation." And there's Penn Jillette lying down, kind of like in a missionary type position.
Sexy.
And then there's a woman laid up on top of him. And then the Mythbusters are here too. And there's who's the one with the goatee that did goatee?
Jamie.
Jamie?
Or no.
Okay,
The goatee one
no.
was
Adam.
a different one.
Adam.
Adam did the goatee.
The-
Jamie was the goatee.
Yeah. Wait, who's the goatee?
I think they both
Adam.
had beards. Like,
Yeah, Adam
Yeah.
was the
But
redhead
Adam-
with
Adam
the
was-
weird. Jamie had like that long, because he always
Yeah,
wore
the one that
beret.
you know
He has
the one
the
that
epic
wears like the
mustache.
newsboy cap?
That's Jamie.
Okay, so Jamie's got his cock in the woman that's laid on Penn Jillette's. He's got his cock in her mouth. And
Okay,
then
so just stand- okay. Maybe-
and then Adam is fucking the woman. And then Teller is fully clothed and hugging Adam from behind. Here, I'll send you the guys the pic now. This doesn't really help the listener, and
So
I
what's
don't know
the
if I want to
connection?
post this one on socials.
is it just that they disprove stuff?
Yeah, they're both but everybody is a myth buster.
That's
They
why the
ended up-
Mythbusters have gay sex with
busting.
Penn and Teller?
Oh, okay. So yeah, so I get it. So yeah, Penn is underneath. The woman's on top on missionary. He's inside of her as well. Apparently, maybe he's got his pants on. You can see
Okay,
him
what the
wearing
fuck?
pants.
Yeah, I don't
But I
think
guess
he's
you know
doing
what?
anything. I think
You know
he's
what?
just
Nobody
sitting
has
there.
their pants off. Nobody, because even Jamie has his like pants pulled down a little bit. Adam has his pants pulled down a little bit. Oh, there's some more porn. Thank you.
Yeah, there's more Mythbusters Penn Teller porn.
Oh, this one has Carrie Byron.
Oh, I think it might be the same woman though, because they're all redhead.
Oh, okay. Okay, that would make
Yeah.
sense. And it looks like part of her leg got cut off. Or no,
Yeah.
I think it's that her
Oh no,
her
no,
leg
no.
is moved up and there's like
Yeah.
a red shoe at an angle.
Okay,
Oh.
well, here's a pretty
Oh, that's
so-
cool. Oh yeah, Penn and Teller shirtless with the tie on.
Yeah,
They're all
so
shirtless
is
and
all
she's
is
dancing
Penn
on
and
a table.
Teller. Yeah, Penn and Teller and the Mythbusters. They seem to be in a strip club of some sort, and there's just a lady dancing. And Adam is losing his mind.
He's real
Kelly's
happy.
looking at the back of her head.
Somewhere
Penn and Jamie are just talking to each other. They're not really interested.
There must be videos and pictures somewhere of Penn and Teller doing nasty, perverted stuff in Las Vegas hotel rooms that are probably something like this, but they're in a vault somewhere. Like, they've had like an 8-some with a bunch of strippers, and they thought it was epic.
Absolutely.
And it was.
I mean, all those guys just were doing horrible things.
I've seen the video, but you can't see it.
We need a fappening. We need another one.
Yeah, we need a
4.
fappening specific to Penn Jillette's like sex tape archive. Of all like he has a dungeon in his house. Have you ever seen his house?
No. Have you?
I have.
He spent some time in the dungeon, apparently. Yeah,
I'm in it right now.
He used to fuck me there quite a bit.
Yeah, if you've never seen it, do yourself a favor and look up Penn Jillette house on Google Images. It looks like a combination between like a prison and the Teletubbies house.
Those are for babies.
It's called the Slammer.
Oh, that's
yeah, because he slams women there.
That's not good. You can't call it.
This is ridiculous.
Okay, it looks like a big.
He lays pipe, dude.
Or a piece of purple chalk outside. If you call your place the Slammer, I mean something evil's going on there. That's not good.
Yeah, magic. He's doing magic tricks.
Well, that is the devil's.
Which is, the work of Satan.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing magic.
It makes sense that Penn and Teller are atheist because it's unchristian what they do with the handkerchiefs and all that.
It's disgusting.
It's awful. I hate it. And I hate that he's thin. He used black magic to become thin.
Yeah. He got rid of the gut that God gave him.
A demon sucked his fat out of his dick.
We need to return.
Return the fat. Return the fat, Penn.
He needs to suck it back out of Teller.
You need to suck it back out of Teller. You need to get right with God. You need to get to church. You need to go to the Catholic Church on Sunday, and then you need to take a selfie, right? And you need to post that selfie to any woman at all. Then you're going to be blessed by the Lord. Amen.
I think Penn and Teller could probably convert Red 10 Meg to atheism.
I don't
just
think
through sheer charisma.
Only Taylor Swift could, if I'm going to be honest.
Is she a big Taylor Swift fan?
They all are. All those people are.
Really?
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
So she's like Christian Carly Rae Jepsen?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Like,
yeah, I guess she's sort of like
she's feminism, but it's not like you don't have to deal with some of the other stuff.
She's never been sexy. She never had like a Miley Cyrus nude phase.
Yeah, and also, well, not according to School 78.
Oh yeah, apparently she stomps on some guy's nuts.
She tells him to smash his nuts with a hammer, and
I had no idea she did that.
Not great. So yeah, that as soon as they find that out, they're not going to be big fans of her. But all those people like love Taylor Swift's music. Oh, more porno. Thank you. Oh no, it's not. Well, yep, it is actually. Penn Jillette playing the bass. That's porno.
Look at Thin Penn. Thin Penn playing a cello. He's wearing sneakers with pink shoelaces. It's really weird.
Get the
he
fat
looks like
back.
John Goodman playing Mark Maron in a movie.
It's just not great.
Eerie. I don't like you, Penn.
And I don't like Teller.
I like Teller because he doesn't speak.
I know he doesn't speak, but I know he's having nasty, horny thoughts. He's thinking about the Mythbusters.
He's not allowed to think about quadruple teaming a woman with the Mythbusters. Fuck, that's gross, man. Everybody, thank you for listening. Please subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/ChapoFYM.
That's right.
Yep.
Go check out Mythbusters.
Sign up for the $10,000 tier.
Catch Penn and Teller in Las Vegas. Yeah, how close are we to you fucking... I know we're wrapping up.
We're like $100 away.
Then what happens, Tom?
I, unfortunately, have to become a food reviewer for an entire month. 3 times a week, I will be posting food reviews on our Patreon page. I thought about, like, we could probably post them on YouTube, but I thought it would be better to do it on Patreon. Because that's...
Yeah. I mean, you
people are paying
compile them afterwards, the best of.
Yeah. And who knows who makes an appearance? Who knows? Maybe a certain mask man.
Oh. I was like, outlaw?
No. Are you kidding
No.
me? No. If he appears, he's done. He's never appearing in another video again. Bam!
Fuck Outlaw. Fuck Outlaw.
Fuck
You'll
Outlaw.
never be a voice actor.
Loser. Bye, everybody. I love
Loser.
you.
Tom actually secretly respects you.
No.
Yo, what's up?
Greetings. This is Danny Filth.
This is B.O.B. Bobby Ray-Bans.
Hi, it's Rudy Giuliani.
This is Tommy Chung.
Hey, I'm Dave Mustaine from Megadeth.
Man, it's your boy Juicy J, man.
You're listening to WFYM Talk Radio.
You take care of the bacon and eggs, we'll take care of the
Ribs.
And now another hit.